I'm running to the touchdown all day, man, because Pat is special, and he can make every throw on the field, you know, and that's what makes our job so easy. All we got to do is just go out there and get open. And once the play breaks down, shoot deep, because that's Pat's mindset. He's trying to throw it deep every time, you know. He's trying to show people, hey, I got a big arm. Hey, I can roll to the right and throw all the way to the left, 80 yards.
The boys in blue over here, Dan Orlovsky, Dominic Foxworth, and Booger McFarland from Monday Night Football. Dan, there are a lot of quarterbacks who are able to move in the pocket, move out of the pocket, but what makes Mahomes so special when he does that?
Well, he does it to break your heart and take your soul. And that's the reality is when Patrick Mahomes gets out of the pocket, oftentimes it's on purpose. And it's to create space. It's create time for the people and those receivers. And then he can just make throws and do throws off balance that other quarterbacks can't do. And the receivers that are tied to him completely understand that. And they're aware of how they should move to windows with Patrick moving. Now, oftentimes when quarterbacks break the pocket, everyone's like, move with them. A lot of times the Chiefs will move away from Patrick because he can make all those crazy throws. And the reality is this, there is no scheme, there is no X's and O's for a defense when a quarterback breaks down. Everyone says plaster until they have to do it, right? And so there's nothing that you can do to truly defend when Mahomes breaks the pocket.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Those are the scramble rules for a defensive back is you find the closest person and you become man coverage. The scramble rules for receivers is normally short guys go deep, deep guys come back. Yeah. The problem when you're on the defense is you have to keep those guys in front of you when you're playing against them. You want to invite him to run. Don't worry about it. If they gain 20 yards, cool, because he's capable, as we've all said and we've all seen, he's capable of rolling right and throwing it 40, 50 yards downfield to the left and getting a touchdown. So most of the time you get excited when your D-line gets pressure, but I would get nervous if I'm a DB and you see Patrick Mahomes outside the pocket. You want him to run, not throw that thing.
You know, I think the biggest thing that we're all saying is Patrick Mahomes is great, and I think we know that.
Yeah.
But we've seen other great quarterbacks, and the kryptonite for all great quarterbacks is to be hit in the mouth with pressure. I don't care. The greatest of all time, Tom Brady, we faced him, and when Freeney and Mathis got in his face, he wasn't so great. Right. And so this matchup has Patrick Mahomes, who is great. But I still think, and I know defense is old and antiquated and outplayed and all those good things, but football still at its core is about getting pressure on the quarterback.
Right.
And that's not a scheme.
I agree.
That's just defeating the man in front of you and making that quarterback's internal clock speed up.
No one disagrees with you.
But here's the thing. I think it is a little bit different than the way we used to think that way 10, 15, 20 years ago. Is Andy Reid and coaches have so much caught up to that. And the rules are different. Nowadays, you can't get your hands on those receivers as much as you wanted to. So the quick pass does minimize that pass rush a little bit. And I think, you know, we've talked all week about the 49ers pass rush, as we should. It's the best in the league. But this is one of the, if not the best offensive lines in the NFL when it comes to pass protection. Andy Reid has coached against really good pass rushes in the past. It's not like they're going to ask those 5 offensive linemen, hey, you guys just hold up by yourself. They're
To the point that Rex made earlier, you need 11 good players on defense. It's the same sort of thought in plays. It's like a defensive play. If you get a sack, that's great. That's all fine and good. But if they make a big play, it's worth 6 points. So that's the thing that makes me nervous about Patrick Mahomes specifically. I think we're underselling the KC defensive front. They're going to get pressure also. They're a great pass defense. They're going to get pressure also on Garoppolo. I'm more scared of what happens to Garoppolo under pressure than I am what happens to Mahomes under pressure.
I'll give you an example. The last time I faced an offense like this was the Greatest Show on Turf.
Yeah.
Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt, Kurt Warner, all those different guys. Marshall Faulk, here's what we did. We played cover 2, zone defense. We rushed him, and we hit him in the mouth. The first play of the game, Derek Brooks broke Torrey Holt's rib, okay?
Oh, Jesus.
Hit him. He hit him. These guys, Mecole Hardman, Sammy Watkins, these guys, they want to play basketball on grass. They don't want to play football at its core, which is a
How do you catch up with them, though?
They're so fast. You better not let them play fast break foot basketball.
The difference is Kurt Warner is a statue in the pocket, and you get pressure on Kurt Warner in the pocket. What are you going to do? You get pressure on Patrick Mahomes, he can break the pocket and make you pay.
When it comes to Mahomes, and I've said this, you as a coordinator can call the right play, and all 11 guys can do it the right way, and Mahomes is such a good quarterback, it won't matter, and that's the difficulty for the defense.
It sounds like the 49ers have no chance whatsoever.
Hey, listen, we're going to get these guys' picks, of course, later on in the show. You'll hear from them.